Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of these, I don't know what these are, they're kind of like just full game footages with me doing a little bit of editing in the beginning of it. I've been having a lot of good games with Brits right now. I think I'm on technically an 8-game win streak, although I did have a pretty bad lose streak before then. And I really figured out how to use the nerfed infantry sections and the buffed everything else quite nicely. I think, despite my rant of the last video, it's actually okay. Brits are okay. Brits are probably still the worst faction in the game, but if you use them in a very, very niche way, they will be okay. And I just gotta say, you are definitely locked into one or two playstyles now, and I don't like it. On the other hand, I recommend everyone try out weapon racks. Double Brins for your infantry sections is a must to stay up to date against elite infantries, against vetted mainlines, and etc. On the other hand though, if they do not design to charge you, well, then you're in a good fucking spot. A basic build order I can give out to you guys right now is infantry section, infantry section, infantry section. Always go for the universal carrier. I don't care who you are, what you are, you have to learn how to use a universal carrier. It's essentially one of the biggest crutches you have right now. Fast UC into bolster, and then MG, which is the Vickers, is definitely one of the most crucial build that you can go to. Now, some people, I think Asha boys use the build that I'm describing in great effect, and it's actually where I learned the build from. He is really good Brit player. He's #1 on the ladder for quite a long time. And I also learned that Vanguard operation is very good, very excellent. The calling planes are obviously both anti-infantry and anti-tank, with the rockets doing a huge amount of damage. 2 tanks when they pass by. And infantry sections are, while nerfed, still have pretty good staying power, I think, with some meta packs on the field and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna lose infantry section here. Yep, I'm gonna have to lose that one. That's gonna go down. And I immediately replace one because I really do need that fighting power against all of these OKW hordes. So the next thing I would suggest to everyone is learning how to crush with a Cromwell. You will see that later on in the video, where I literally had to crush a full Schmager squad. And the less mounted count, the better. Cromwell is an excellent tank for crushing. Its whole MGs are absolute shit, but if you learn how to crush, then the infantry power wouldn't be too bad. I'm also a big fan of hammer tactics right now. Anvil is always good. Churchill and the heavy sappers are always good, but actually having a bit of luck with emergency war speed. Emergency war speed is really giving me like a lot of good chase down potentials, especially with the Cromwell. If you just emergency war speed, boost that baby all the way through into the enemy flanks, it's a nice time. It is a good fucking ability. And with the buff comment as well, I think gamble tactics is worth going into if you really want to just finish the game and just round it out. You don't have to wait for the Churchill every single time. Even though the Churchill is 10 fields, you know, 10 field cheaper than the Comet, I still think if you have a Comet and 2 AT guns, it's just as good as a Comet, as a Churchill combo as of this moment. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say right now. MG placement is obviously really crucial. I think for commanders, I'll obviously go for tactical support, vanguard operations, and I think I choose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I chose artillery doctrine in this game. I chose that because I knew I needed to get a little bit of an extra vehicle out. I was in a pretty sticky situation after both of my AT guns get decrewed, so take that as you will. I usually have, I think, mobile assault in my lineup instead of road engineers at this moment. Command vehicle is actually really fucking good if you have the AEC and it survives late game. If you do have an AEC and it survives to the medium/heavy tank stage, I recommend just turning that thing into a command vehicle and just using its smoke and the tread breakers ability a lot. It essentially becomes this command vehicle / snare unit, which is really good, and you'll be able to get a lot of value out of it if you do that. The command vehicle seemed to let upgun British bolster sections to win against like fully vetted MG Grens, which is really fucking good. I can't stress how important the command vehicle is if you have it in your doctrine. The last thing is I wanted to say the crocodile is in a weird spot, right? I believe the crocodile, when I'm using it, it's more of a bait than anything, which is like strange to me that it has less health than the Churchill. It actually makes me think going for the Churchill is a little bit better than going for the crocodile or even the AVRE at the moment. But the flamethrower's anti-infantry capabilities is nothing to scoff at. Same as always. I just wish it got a little bit of adjustment with the heavy tank changes. I was talking, well, not really talking. It was like, okay, fine. All right, brain, come on, you can do this. It was like a common chain, and I'm just really confused why they did not change the crocodile's performance to match like this new updated cost. But I guess the crocodile is insanely good in its job category. I just also don't understand why the Churchill has more health but less armor than the Croc. It's a really weird like couple sets of circumstances, and I don't understand all of it. But it is what it is. The crocodile, I think, is a mediocre tank right now. You're much better off going for the regular Churchill and save yourselves that fuel, because that fuel will be needed crucially because every goddamn person goes for a heavy tank now. Holy shit. I swear, because Brits rely so much on your late game, which is the medium to heavy tier of options such as Cromwell, Churchill, Comet, whatever, they have to play the late game. You have to learn all stages of the game if you want to play Brits. I can't say that for USF, I can't say that for Soviets, because Soviets kind of just live or die in the mid game. Brits obviously having one of the easier late games if you play consistently, and I think that's one of the hardest things to do, even though your Brit sections are quite durable. I just think that other factions right now have more tools than you. You really need to lock down some places with trenches and just hold on till late game. So really the turtle faction they designed you to be, but was no emplacements revolves, because emplacements are pretty trash right now. The buffers got immensely nerfed, and the mortar pits is never worth buying. It's pretty sad, but at least you still have the base howitzers, I guess. Anyways, that's pretty much my rent done. This is what I've learned playing Brits for a long while. I am currently level 16. I think I'm top 200 with Brits, trying to get to top 100 pretty soon. Because I think I'll be able to do it. It doesn't seem too hard. And there's also less players, so we'll see. So, to recap what we talked about, let's say you want to go UC, you want a Vickers, The build order is 3 infantry sections, Vickers, bolster. Wait, no, sorry. 3 infantry sections, UC, bolster, and then a Vickers. Then tier 2, get a royal engineer to repair the Vickers. Repair the Vickers? I mean, repair the UC. Jesus Christ. Definitely get the Vickers upgrade for your UC unless you absolutely have to get the Wasp. There were certain situations where I find myself really requiring the Wasp, especially in urban heavy maps. So honestly, it's a good upgrade. It just doesn't bleed models as much as you want it to. It's a really bad flamethrower for bleeding models. And the last thing is you probably would want to practice your AC micro and keep your royal engineers defensively. One thing I've noticed while playing Brits is that you're really prone to light vehicle rushes. The light vehicles will be able to kind of just catch you off guard if you don't have the snare nade around. But the good thing is there are times where you can kill the absolute hell out of the 222 with just infantry section lead Enfield rifles. I don't know how, but it just happens, you know?
Supply line's been cut.
Anyway, so is my rent over? It's been like what, 11 minutes of ranting? I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this game. I hope you guys do well on whatever you are going to do in your next session of Company Heroes, in life, whatever. Get a good time. Have a good time. It's been a good time talking with you. Rest in pieces, UC. Oh god. Rest in pieces, UC. Oh, what a fucking hero. Anyways, GG, guys. We will see y'all later. Adios. Ciao. Good luck.
The enemy cut our supply line. Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Get that stand and the ammunition. Move it.
We've orders to move, so that's what we're doing. Now this is bloody dangerous for you! Run! Run!
Get moving. Secure the area. Move! Come on! No one left to fight. We're taking a push. Push on! Push on!
Christ's sake, get a move on! Right then. Under fire! Christ, don't make it another shooting at us! Last man, we've been quick about it, man!
Fire. Put your backs into it. We're moving.
Boy, fresh carlos on. We've got places to be.
Keeping up the pressure. Ready to fight.
Orders, sir. Get a dressing. Right then. We're doing what officers.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
We need to stop them. Out. No, it's not a bloody
You're the enemy of our number. Promote it. God, sir.
A capture point is being overrun.
Keep it moving. Move your stupid ass. Back. Gunway, we're moving. Get hold of that shield and push.
Time to go. Packs and shovels, lads. Right. We're off over there. Fucking Ellsworth.
Tell us what you're moving. Grab the ammunition cap.
You just come up and going. Get to the objective. Kill. Shammer's ready.
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished.
Position now!
Ready, front. Come on, pick it up. Take that, you pistol bastards. Ready to shoot. Ready to shoot. Aiming for the weak spot. Fire! Lock the trails. Let's get going. Fire! Right into the thin armor.
Sappers ready! Keep your heads flat! Keep orders!
We're working on our plan. Keep it moving. Don't stop.
Sappers back! Best speed!
Shit! They're trying to get out of our flank.
Orders, stop playing with yourselves. Ground to take. Right, rest over.
Moving on. Everyone, on 3.
Under fire!
Hold the sight. Moving on. Right, get in trouble with the engine. Come on, pick it up. Grab the gear. Time to go. We take your point now. You're not on an hourly rate. Loaded. Moving to a new firing position. You lazy.
We're losing a capture point.
Shots go! Under fire! Order, get moving, lads. We're moving.
Put your backs into it. Moving.
Back at full strength.
I'll pick it up again.
Cromwell gun tank ready for action.
Move yourself.
What's the mission?
Ready to move out. Just like driving round Bovington, eh? Off we go. How's the oil pressure? Moving out. Eyes peeled. Intercom check.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Give it all we've got. Let's go. Oh, get us moving. Move this bloody thing. Coming round.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us. An HMG crew has been lost to enemy action.
Buggers. Target smashed. Well done. Under fire! Cheeky little blighters. Cheeky, come on, give it a bit of oomph.
Get dressing on that.
Shall we go?
Flares ready to illuminate the front lines. Base howitzers ready to plaster a target. Good news. The ability is ready for use. The ability is ready now. Our capture point. They're trying to take it. RE sappers reporting in. Supply line's been cut.
Stop for a minute, Alfie.
We're going sausage. Listen, water.
We're moving. Back! Move yourself! Looking for armor.
Thanks for a bit of marching. You bloody soldiers.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Loading. Moving off. You know the drill. We're working it off. Over here! Get your heads down now! It's getting a little dangerous here. Fire!
A capture point is being overrun.
Eager for action.
Our supply line's broken.
Under fire!
Move, come on! Get some smoke, Mr. Give it all we've got. Let's go. Move this bloody thing. Sorry, get us moving.
Right now.
The weapon crew are, I'm afraid, quite dead. Special units are on their way. The enemy cut our supply line.
Drive! Give it some willy! Bugger! Armor attacking us!
Engineers carrying up.
Vehicle moving! Attack
point.
Waiting. Away we go. Slowing down and stop.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Ready.
Waiting further order.
Where do you want? Time to go.
A new engineer section is waiting for orders. We have 300 points remaining.
Cromwell tank. Reporting.
Come on, we got places to be. Movement orders. Let's get going.
Ready? Unlock some of the data.
Shall we go? Cromwell, move this heap.
Engineers carrying out the bid.
Right, rest over. Move. Prepare to read it.
Move us to that gear position. We're on the
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Here we go. Ding ding. Off we go, driver. Nice and steady though. Engine tick. Bloody move! Now! Some bugger's got us marked. Get us moving! Promotions ahead. Can't let's be moving then. Up, check out! Nice! We can move! Enemies got us right out! Promotion! Get us out! Come on, give it a bit of laying on target now. Firing. On ahead. Let's go try and run like you ain't like back on field. No stopping for hitchhikers. Move! Come on! Attacking our flanks. Ready for moving now.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it. Supplies looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut. The capture point is being overrun.
Order. Exact.
We've 200 points remaining.
Sappers back to full strength.
Lights out.
Got it! We've been spotted! Take that target now!
We're moving. Sort out the limbo.
Sappers, ready? Unlock some of the data.
More powerful grenades are on the way. Damned enemies tried to take a point from us.
Shall we move then? Well, let's be off. Move that way. Action. Well, here goes Bovington's finest. Vehicle ready to go.
Improved grenades, Mills bombs, are now being issued from stores. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Firing! Where do you need us?
If they attack, the enemy will get a drubbing, thanks to our new anvil tactics.
Cromwell here. Away we go.
Engineers here. Here, launchers. Exact. Time to go. Up the trail. Let's get going.
Ready to move. Moving off now. Coming to a halt. Reconnaissance underway, as ordered. Armor ready to move.
Front line should be illuminated in a minute.
Artillery battery firing flares now.
Just like driving round bombing today. Wind her up, we're moving. Brake, driver, brake. We're on the move to a new spot. Move us down. Watch out, he's firing! Give it all you got. Taking fire! Pushing on now! Promoted! Splendid! Let's move. Bugger the clutch! Go! Come on, move! He's cast iron! Bloody move!
Give us under repair. Check your fucking backside.
Steady then.
Preparing us. Come on, Sappers. Time to move.
Moving off to new location.
Lines in place. Sappers step. Time for a bit of marching. Bloody soldiers, new.
Where do you want us? Time to roll.
The front line could be lit up shortly.
Shall we go? Flooring, get us moving! Target, hit him! Where do you need us? Moving to position. Get us moving! Getting moving! Nice and steady though. Move this heap.
Ready to shoot. Time to go. Packs and shovels, man. Time to stop her. Come on.
Shall we move then? Let's be off.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
On it, on the move. Serious attack firing at our side. Get moving. Move this bloody thing. Will we please? Somebody shoot us. Check it out. Push. Move.
Sherman Firefly complete.
Come on!
Off we go. Pushing on now.
Repair underway. Move yourselves. Backs out. Moving. Right then. We're doing what officers call repositioning. See you later. Time to go.
Ready. Get the hatch open. You're in. Here we go.
Come on, lads. Stand back.
Get in position. position at the hatch. Armor ready.
On target. Firing now. Stopping.
Enough chit-chat. This one take that position. Right, you lazy buggers. Time to move on. Right then. Team regulator. On the gun. Time for a bit of marching. Bloody soldiers.
Moving out.
Lancing us on.
Flares in the air.
Artillery battery firing flares now.
We're ready for orders.
Get moving, lads.
Shall we go?
Mirror, signal, maneuver. Slow down and halt. Under fire! Cherry MG has a spotted! Step on it! Under the clutch! Go! Target is HMG. Everything we've got! No stopping for hitchhikers!
Take it steady. Watch the transmission.
Time to go.
Let's move it. Attack it now. Move this heap. Here we go.
Ready and waiting. Right, another job done well by Sammers. And no, I don't know why. No time for a shop steward's meeting. Let's go. Bags out. We're moving. Got that trench in here, now. Target's enemy armor.
Ready to move. Shall we go? Ready for orders. Come on, give it a bit of oomph.
Right, orders like advance, you horrible lot. Right,
We're ready for orders.
arm by on.
Flares ready to illuminate the front lines.
Come on, we're not paid by the hour.
Moving now.
Minefield late.
Out to your place is on. Going forward to the enemy territory. Safety's on. Pushing ahead on the enemy ground. I'm a want to see Jerry's wee section of the battlefield. Going forward. Keep it a care. Moving up as ordered.
Time for a bit of marching.
On the move to a better shooting site. Loaded it. Moving to a new spot.
That's yours. Wind her up. We're moving. Moving now. Hold it, chaps.
Time to roll. Be kind to the gearbox.
We're losing a capture point. My lord, a tank's been lost. The enemy have 300 points.
Push on!
Fire! Right, you lazy buggers. Time to go. Packs off we go.
On the move to a better shooting site.
Grab spare barrels, we're moving.
Moving now.
Shit, I can fix that.
Aye, I'm away.
Right, orders might be coming. Back on range.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
You rockers with more training, boy.
Moving up. You know the drill. Movement ordered. Pulling back from the enemy.
Awaiting order. Ding
Time
ding.
to move over there. And no, I got a...
Moving out. Eyes peeled, everyone.
A capture point is being overrun. A supply line's broken.
As ordered. Get moving, lads. Advance.
Crocodile, that way.